Hello students. Previously we stopped at the concept of retail. So let's move on with e-business. So e-business is electronic business. It is the application of information and communication technologies in support of all the activities of business. So it means a business will have various aspects. It may have the initial retailing, it may have transactions, it may have contract confirmations and various other activities. So this entire process of carrying out a business falls under e-business if it takes help of electronic medium, right? So then how it is different from e-commerce? Now, if you look at the concept of e-commerce, the definition, it is the exchange of goods and services. So e-commerce specifically signifies the exchange of goods or services that happens between independent parties, right? But when we talk about e-business, it covers all the aspects of a business. So if you look here, commerce constitutes the exchange of products and services between entities, right? And it is seen as essential activity of any business. So here comes the word commerce, and if it is done through the electronic medium, it becomes e-commerce. So this is how we can differentiate between e-business and e-commerce. E-business is a more general term of e-commerce. Electronic commerce focuses on the use of ICT to enable the external activities, right? Then, and relationship of the business with individuals, groups, and other businesses, or e-business refers to the business with the help of internet, right? So here you can see that electronic commerce focuses on ICT, that is information and communication technologies, to enable the external activities, right? So it focuses on the external transactions that happen. However, or on the other hand, relationship of the business with individuals, groups, and other businesses is basically e-business, and it refers to the business with the help of internet. That is doing business with the help of internet network, right? So it is simple. So the term e-business was coined by IBM's marketing and internet team in 1996, right? So this concept of e-business came in the year 1996, and soon more after development of various technological advances, various ICTs came about, and soon this e-commerce came into the limelight, right? Okay, so let's talk about digital economy. It refers to an economy that is substantially based on computing technologies, right? It involves computation, right? It involves computing devices. The digital economy is also sometimes called the internet economy, the new economy, or web economy, right? So now it is very difficult to differentiate between digital economy and traditional economy, because now by default economy itself is determined by the digital economy, that is said in this last line, right? So there is not a clear distinction, so it becomes harder to differentiate between traditional economy and digital economy, right? Okay, so let's move on. Oh, this is very important. It defines this 5C model. It defines e-commerce by the activity domains, right? It starts with the letter C. In order to express e-commerce, this 5C model was proposed, and it is used now. So let's try to go through all the C's that we have. So number one is commerce, then we have collaboration, then we have communication, then connection, and computation. So if all these 5 factors are involved, then we can say that e-commerce has been established. Okay, let's go to the first one, that is commerce, which is of course very important because, and very essential, because the name e-commerce itself has the word commerce, right? So there must be some exchange of goods and services. So point number one is, in the electronic marketplace, there is a matching of customers and suppliers, an establishment of the transaction terms, and the facilitation of exchange transactions, right? So there is a marketplace where customers and suppliers can come, and there can be exchange of various goods, services, etc. as in demand. With a broad move to the web-enabled enterprise systems with relatively uniform capabilities as compared to the legacy systems, a universal supply chain linkage has been created. So due to this web-enabled enterprise systems, we have the capabilities in order to have a proper supply chain, right? So supply chain basically involves supplying a good from the warehouse to the retail shop or maybe to the customer, right? So that particular chain is possible due to the web, right? Everything becomes very transparent, and we can't know the mobility of an item from the warehouse or from the factory to the retail shop, right? Then comes collaboration. Now, collaboration involves people engaging in a particular business process, right? The web is a vast nexus or network of relationships among firms and individuals, right? So these firms and individuals can involve in a web to make a collaborative work. More or less, formal collaborations are created or merged on the web to bring together individuals engaged in knowledge work in a manner that limits the constraint of space, time, national boundaries, and organizational affiliations. But this is, of course, true because due to the web, people are able to collaborate without having limitations of space, time, countries, right, and various organization affiliations, right? So they are now more independent. They are now more open-minded because collaboration is possible due to the web. It is well seen, right? Because a country may have a particular establishment in a place, yet it can have factories outside it, right? So it can have clients outside it. Even in case of what do you call, even in case of this IT industries, right? We have our establishments in our countries, but we are providing services all over the world, isn't it? So collaboration is possible. There may be people from various countries who may combine to run a particular business. Even that is possible, right? And this is all possible because of a web. Because a person, if he or she has to go to a different country and vice versa, right? If people from their countries have to come and collaborate, right, it will take a lot of time and of effort, and it is not attractive at all, right? No one will like to invest that amount of money, but due to the web, people can sit down in their own homes, own place, and still run a business. So this is all possible due to the web. Then communication, of course, it also implies the existence of web that has enabled fast communication, right? Fast transaction. Even the supply chain happens in real time, and that is all possible due to the fast internet we have. There is synchronization of various machines in order to come to a common consensus when there has to be a supply of goods. So as an interactive medium, the web has given rise to a multiplicity of media products, right? So this universal medium has become a forum for self-expression and self-presentation. Yes, because people are able to express, uh, then highlight their products. They are able to make advertisements right from their homes, right, right from their offices. So it has become possible in order for us to present our product to the external world with the help of communication medium. The rapidly growing m-commerce, which is mobile commerce, enables connectivity in context with location-sensitive products and advertisement. Yes, because we are always holding a phone with a GPS, so these product companies can always get hold of the places where their products have higher demands, right? So there can be analysis, there can be predictions. This is what I told in the first class itself, that whatever data is collected from these business processes, from these interactions with the clients, really helps to grow a business. If you're able to understand what the customers need, which part of the population requires a particular product, etc. In the communication domain, the web also serves as a distribution channel for digital product. Yes, it is also possible. If we launch something, we always try to move on to online shopping platforms for a wider audience or a wider customer base, right? So this is all possible due to the web. Okay. Then comes the fourth one, that is connection. The common software development platforms, many of them in the open source domain, enable a wide spectrum of firms to avail themselves of the benefits of the already developed softwares, which is moreover compatible with that of their trading and collaborative partners. It basically says about the software development platforms, right? When we have a general well demand software development platforms, which are also open source, it becomes well enough, it becomes easier for others to accept it, right? So there is a high rate of acceptability when we have a common software development platform, and becomes easier to do business. Okay, the internet as a network of networks that is easy to join, and out of which it is relatively easy to carve out a virtual private network, is the universal telecommunication network, now widely expanding in the mobile domain, right? With the help of VPN, we can have our own private networks and we can run business. Then with the help of mobile phones, things become more fast, easy to handle, right? So the internet as a network of networks, it becomes easy for people to join, right, and collaborate, and all those things, right? Collaborate and communicate and do commerce. Okay, then comes computation. So internet infrastructure enables large scale sharing of computational and storage resources. That is correct. That, thus leading to the implementation of the decades old idea of utility computing. Well, this is correct because with the help of cloud computing, with the help of big data applications, right, we can store huge amount of information, especially in case of big data, we can store it in a distributed fashion, right? So we need not have to depend upon a single storage device, etc. So it really helps us to increase the scalability of a particular business. Now, what do you mean by scalability? It basically says that we can keep on expanding the various resources we have and still have the same amount of quality in a particular process, right? So it basically says that if I am storing my information in a big data platform, say Hadoop, right? Now, if I have one machine, I can store the information. If I have two machines, I can still store the information with higher storage, right? And RAM. If I have 10 machines, if I have 15 machines, it is only going to benefit us. It is not going to hamper. Yes, there will be certain issues like latency, and then there may be some throughput problems, but the researchers have tried their best in order to minimize them so that the benefit is more, right? So that there's a good trade-off, isn't it? So scalability is like we can keep on increasing the resources and still have the good performance. Okay, so please remember this term called scalability. In case of computation, it really plays a very vital role, right? So the performance should not degrade when we keep on increasing, increasing the number of resources in a particular organization. Okay, so this is all I had to say for today. So we learned about what is e-business, how it is different from e-commerce as far as the definitions are concerned. Then we talked about digital economy. Okay, then we talked about the 5C model. Okay, where we have the 5Cs, which is commerce, collaboration, communication, connection, and computation. Okay, in case of this digital economy, we can also talk about certain platforms like blockchain, right? We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, and so many new cryptocurrencies have come. So that means we have a fresh new dimension of running a economy, a digital economy, right? We of course have banks, and then we can have transactions between two banks in two different countries. We have platforms like PayPal, etc. But the problem is it takes time, right? When we have to ship money from one country to another, it takes time, and moreover, we have to rely upon the bank system, the banking system, right? We have to thoroughly trust them in order to do that. But as blockchain has come, things have become different. All the participants in a particular blockchain network becomes a member of the or becomes a part of that particular cryptocurrency network itself, right? So everyone have, has to agree on a particular transaction in order to carry on the transaction successfully. I will go deep into this. It's a very complex topic, but I will try to make it as easy as possible for you to understand. Okay. So apart from the banking system, we should be aware of the blockchain system, right? So as we move on, we are going to gain more knowledge. So for now, I'd like to wind up. So